I'm sure there's a way for the government to squeeze money out of us without taking it from our income or our properties. Consumption tax is the proper way to go about it. If somebody wants to buy a super yacht,
Yeah.
let the guy that owns Amazon, Bezos or whatever his name is, let him pay huge amounts of money because he's got enough to do it. The Elon Musks of the world, the Dana Whites, everybody who's got all this money that has, all this lavish stuff. Maybe property taxes should be imposed on rental property and investment property and second homes, but not necessarily on primary.
Right.
The bottom line is the average Joe American in today's world struggles to get the day-to-day stuff paid. And it hasn't been, this is the first time in decades. I mean, the first time in my adult life that I can remember it being tough for people. It's always been sort of prosperous. And this last 4 years that we had has decimated the economy on so many fronts that, excuse me, small business can hardly survive.
Well, and you have small businesses like dentists, HVAC companies, veterinarians that are getting bought out by bigger companies and mostly like private
Sure.
equity firms. And that's raising the costs across the board for cities and towns because that company raises the price across the board. You have cost of food, and like we've talked about, once a company gets a taste of how much they can sell something for, they're not going to drop the price. So
No.
we're already paying more,
That's why eggs are still $8 for a dozen for the good brands.
right?
They're not going to drop the price. They don't have to.